Let's move on to the wisdom part. We are in chapter 17 from the book SETH Speaks the Eternal Validity of the Soul. This is the title of this chapter is Probabilities, Nature of Good and Evil and Religious Symbolism. So far he has shared about, SETH Master has shared about the speakers and about the religion. And now he is explaining to us about the role of the speakers. Then and even now, the present time. So now, even this happens with us also. So here he says that ancient religious symbols, they were created by the speakers to communicate in the dreams and to communicate. So what they are trying to communicate? They are trying to communicate the truth, the actual truth. They are trying to tap the true self of us. So they are waking up when in the dream states. Okay, so ancient religious symbols like gods or like they are originated from the speakers, so like Olympus and river Styx, or say. So here individuals who bridged waking and dream realities. So these symbols serve to translate non-physical experiences into what like meaningful terms for people. So after death, even after death, individuals may still create such dreamlike realities. I repeat, friends, even after death, individuals, here individuals means the souls. He's speaking about the souls. These souls, they still create such dreamlike realities until they realize physical frameworks are unnecessary. So, from this, what we can understand even the other side of the coin, the hidden meaning is a belief system. We carry our belief system even after leaving the physical body. See? So whatever we strongly believe here, we carry that until when we realize that these physical frameworks are unnecessary. That's the reason, like Patri sir, in one of the 18 guiding principle, he said not to, there is no idol worship, because until we be in that, be in that belief that God resembles in this way, or God is in this form, he has these many hands. So we bind in that physical, framework. So we think that, God is like this. So there is, and also we feel separation from the God and to ourselves. So these physical, so unless we realize that we have to connect with the consciousness, not to the physical form. And slowly now, these like 4 years, it's 4+ years, nearly 5 years I'm into meditation now. So initially Mahavtar Babaji, he said, so when the connection happened, so when he started to share the wisdom, the first words he said is, do not have any photograph of him, so photograph of Babaji, or do not be in that worship mode. He said, we are friends. I share the wisdom and you share there, and you will share in the to here. Okay, so there is no difference between us. Now, do not place any photo in your home. So and one more thing he suggested is, like, you have to connect to the consciousness, not to the physical form, not to the physical, the way. No. So whenever, so this is how he said, and I don't know how it has happened. He didn't give any like specific methods to connect with the consciousness, but slowly it happened through meditation. So we all can connect with the consciousness through meditation. So in meditation, so as we don't see any physical form, as we don't imagine anything, that's why we were told before meditation that don't chant any mantras, or don't imagine any forms of any guru or any god. Just we have to be in that observer state, so that when we deny, so when we, it's not like deny, so when we ignore the physical form, slowly, automatically we can connect with the consciousness. We all know. So this is how, so that if any master's presence, we can feel immediately, because we are connected to the consciousness, we are not connected with the physical presence. So these eyes, what we see, the outer senses, is to grab the input information, but the actual wisdom comes from the actual, we have to take the outer input, information, through these five senses, and we have to understand from the inner senses, not from the outer senses. These are just like a computer. We give instructions through keyboard, through mouse, and to other techniques. So, but what we do, so the computer will take that instructions and it will understand in its own way, and it gives output, right? So in the same manner, so these five senses we have to use as an information to take the input, and we have to understand from the inner senses, right? So so that we have to, then slowly we can understand that this physical framework are unnecessary. Until then, Seth Master says, until then, these individuals, they bind, so they bound to that physical framework even after leaving the physical body. So some speakers operated consciously in both waking and dream states, while others were only aware within the dreams. So these dreams experiences, his Seth Master says, they are not hallucinations, but representations of real, objective realities perceived in different forms. So don't just ignore the dreams, friends. There is a lot to learn, and dream concept is very, it's very deep. Okay, so, and Seth Master always, he says, he learned from the dream. So if a person is timid in the outside, in the physical world, but he sees himself in the dream with a lot of courage, so that's his hidden strength. And this individual must take that strength, and he has to be in that state, to take that strength, and he has to live with that strength in the real form. That's how we learn through dreams, right? So these dream experiences, he says, they are not hallucinations. Yeah, some dreams maybe they project from the information that was stored in the subconscious mind, whatever we think. But when we meditate, slowly we see the change in the dreams as well. Slowly the quality, we say, like the reality in the dreams changes. So it is must to meditate before going to bed, so that the information, unnecessary data will get cleansed, and immediately we connect to that reality, right? So speakers operate within multiple dimensions of reality. So each governed by its own rules. So they operate in a multiple dimensions. They understand and also they navigate these various systems. Sometimes so they serve as guides, meditators. Seth Master says they serve as guide or meditators between different incarnations of a single personality. So they might be here, here in the physical form, these speakers. Here they might be doing their own work, but in the dream states, these persons, they go in different dimensions and they act as speakers, and they share their knowledge to other systems, to other the people, to the individuals in the other systems, and also in the systems that they are in. So because time is simultaneous, so they can communicate with all ages of a person at once. See here, why Seth Master says time is simultaneous. So why he said like this, that means, see, like everything is happening parallelly. So the parallel dimensions, the parallel versions of ourselves. So everything, so it's like continuous. It's not one after the other, it is happening. It's like happening continuously. So simultaneously, so each and probable system. So these, they communicate with all ages, even all ages we have to underline here. Not certain, they don't deliver after certain age. And age is restricted to, age is only confined to the physical existence, not to the soul, isn't it? Like 100 years. You see here, they are living, his age is 80 plus. So they don't consider the age. They only consider the receiving state. The person is ready to receive the truth. They share with them. They don't consider the age. Even that's the reason, even the young children, the very young children, the toddlers, they also have dreams. So don't deny their dreams. Don't just listen as just stories. So just listen to them, whatever it may be. So just listen to their dreams. Even we learn from them. So because he says, so communicate with all ages of a person at once. So there are infinite realities, and only the highest levels of consciousness can pursue their entirety. So see here, so see here, so they are like infinite realities, and yes, they are infinite realities, only the highest level of consciousness. So they are connected with the consciousness here, not with the age. So in this consciousness, they pursue. So the people who are ready, it's not like to the high consciousness, they won't even they measure. Each truth, the wisdom has its own consciousness. Everything here exists as an energy. To know certain truth, we need to build that consciousness, the consciousness of the wisdom. So then if that is matched, so if we connect with the energy, if we are ready, it's not the connection, if we are ready to receive the truth, so that wisdom, automatically, so what happens? So in dream state, these speakers, they they know that, okay, this individual, this soul, and I'm not saying the person, okay, this soul is ready to receive this knowledge. So the consciousness, they connect to the consciousness, and the consciousness attracts, our consciousness attracts that wisdom, and this wisdom they carry as a, like, just like a person, the postman. So they just deliver it, isn't it? So they know where to deliver. So they know the address, as the postman know their address. These speakers know whom to deliver the truth. they divert the reality, the wisdom. So then they can connect with the dream states. So the speakers function locally within this vast network. Sometimes linking different realities through coordinate points. We can know about these coordinate points in the Immortal Talks, in the book Immortal Talks. So a lot we can learn about the space, the coordinate points, the time also. So where consciousness can shift between systems. See here, the consciousness shifts between one reality with another reality. So it's like that's how even the souls, after leaving the body, they go to the realm where their frequency, where their consciousness matches with that realm. So each realm has its own consciousness. That's the reason we can't learn, a soul can't learn or experience unless it takes the body. When it is in the soul state, it can't go to the next level, it can't go to the next reality, into the next realm, as there is no match, there is no frequency matching. So that's why earth is a beautiful place. Earth has been created in such a place as a center of the universe, so that any dimension people, so any dimension souls can incarnate here. So it's a beauty of the earth. So here they can incarnate, they can level up their knowledge, and they can go to the higher realms. When we go to the Satyaloka also, Patrisar says, even when you go to Tapoloka, you have to come here, take the body, and they have that experience, and then you go to the Satyaloka, Patrisar says. So even when go to the higher realms, we have to come here. Right. So during sleep, your mind connects to the deeper levels of awareness, see, and holds special knowledge, helped by beings called speakers. So in this dream states, when our mind, the physical mind, the core subconscious mind, when it calms down, so our true reality wakes up, and this is the state of receiving the knowledge. So in this state, in this level, so these speakers come to us and they share the wisdom, right? Yes, if do we remember or not? Yes, we do. But the soul grabs the wisdom. It's okay. Sometimes we don't remember, but that wisdom is injected in us. Like, in in one of the experience that I had, Lord Ganesha, he came in the dream state. He came just like with lalchi pajama. He's just like, I could sense that he is Lord Ganesha. He made me to sit in Vajrasana, and he made me to sit, and he is delivering something in Sanskrit continuously. So I interrupted in between, and I said, I can't understand Sanskrit. I don't know Sanskrit. You know what he said? Your soul knows. Just listen. Do not interrupt. Do not talk in the middle. Your soul knows. And he shared for a long time. He shared. Still now, I don't know what he has shared. But he said, I remember the word he said, your soul knows. That means we all know. The language is not a barrier here. So just in the dream state, when a master comes and shares something, just listen. Okay. And after, that we will be in that wisdom. If you remember, yes, it's well and good. We have to note it down. Okay. Please note those wisdoms. Those are very precious wisdom, friends. And these dream states can't be, he says, Seth Master says, these dream states can't be seen by normal brain scans. So whatever the equipment we have, the technology we have, so this can't study the brain. And whatever the research is going on, but the science even didn't touch the consciousness. It is still in the physical state. It is still examining the physical form. It didn't touch the consciousness. The consciousness is a vast, and the science can't reach there. So the normal brain can't scan. So there is no. So part of your mind leaves the body for a while another part stays. So in the dream state, so the physical body, so whatever the connection that is, that the parts that are connected to the physical body, they will be in the resting mode. And the whatever the receiving state, the parts which receive this knowledge, they will be active. So this is when intuition, inner knowing becomes stronger, he says, and your energy is refreshed. The speakers act as teachers, guiding during this time, right? So when you wake up, your mind turns this information into dreams that give you advice or lessons that help you in real life. See? So many of us may be having these experiences. So they guide us, they guide even the route. This is not the path, this is the right path you need to go. And again, here after waking up, we have the free will, we have the choice. But when we stick to that advice, so we can connect to the real path that is meant for us. So these lessons can help in the real life, he says. And when we move from being awake to dreaming, he says, your awareness goes through clear, orderly steps, not random ones. I repeat, in the dreaming state, our awareness goes through clear and orderly steps. It knows its own path. Our consciousness knows its own path. Maybe we don't know, the physical mind don't know. Sometimes even the physical world, so we get confused either to go this path, this road, or this road. But our consciousness knows where to go. That's why after leaving the physical body, those who know the truth, those who know the way, so they immediately go to the realm. They don't need guides. So that's how can they are going with the help of the consciousness. The consciousness guides us. So that's why, friends, we have to connect with our own consciousness, with our own self. Consciousness is not something, connecting with our own self. So when we connect with our soul, when we connect with our own self, so we have to we know where to go. We will get to know the right path. So that guides us, that should guide the physical mind. So our consciousness follows a predictable path, he says, as it moves between different inner worlds. Right. From a long time, speakers have taught people how to explore and control these dream worlds. They also taught them how to bring back useful knowledge that can help in their everyday lives. See, there's a great role of speakers. So depending on the person's purpose, growth, and awareness, some people remember these dream experiences well, though they might misunderstand what they mean because of their everyday thinking. See, here again our belief system acts when we wake up. When we so here think maybe it's just a dream, ignore it. Or with the physical mind, they try to, analyze the dream. So that's why again we need to remember here Patrisar's words that You should not analyze the dream. Why Patrisar said you should not analyze the dream here? Take as it is. Whatever you have understood in the dream state, take that understanding here, bring that understanding here. Again, don't just go back. So what happens in the dream state, the mind is different, the consciousness is different. And here the physical mind, when we think about it, this is different, right? So we can't match here, we can't analyze with the greater conscious, the greater reality with this limiting mind. And there is a high possibility of going into illusions. Okay, so that's why remember the dream. Surely, definitely, believe me, you can connect the dots. Note down the dreams. Definitely, you can connect down the dots. And if you are not understand, if it is not clear, if it is something you need to understand even more, something you need more data to understand, more information, again you will be given this information in the dream state itself. Again the same dream will repeat, or the continuation of the dream will happen, right? So a person who is a speaker can help another person who is struggling in a dream or in a reality. So this is similar to the idea of a guardian angel. So the angels, the masters, they are speakers. A skilled speaker can work just as well in the dream world as in the physical world, shaping energy and ideas in both. He says that means speaker is not necessary to be in the higher realms. So he can take the body, they are just one, they might be in one of the people in us, in our surroundings, but they act as a speakers. So many artists, poets, musicians are also speakers, Seth Master says. They translate experiences from the inner world into creative words in the outer world. So creation, you have to catch the word here, creation. So these are like artists, poets, and musicians who are there, they are creators. So creation helps us to connect with the consciousness, this even I experienced that. So when I drew some pictures, unknowingly, I can feel the greater consciousness, connect with the universe, connect with some other dimensions. So here, whatever we have to build that creation. So whatever the arts that you are interested in, so better we have to start in either whatever it might be, any art form. So into creative works and so their creations have energy and meaning that can be felt in both realities at the same time. So if you see any art, see, like, we can connect with that energy, we can see the energy in that art form, or in the music, like the Patrisar's flute music. So when he plays, so we can sometimes, like, not all, maybe, so it's like many I heard from the masters experiences that they just dissolve in that energy. So yeah, thank you so much. It's been past 8 minutes, so thank you so much then for today. In the next session we will move to the consciousness. Seth Master explains a little bit about consciousness, different levels of consciousness. Thank you so much. If at all you want to share anything, you can unmute. What all you want to add or anything, you can unmute yourself. Sir?
Very wonderful wisdom, Shardaji. Starting from consciousness and then different realities, and as well how, although at the mind level, in the dreams as well, when something is happening that we don't understand, but then yes, the energy essence is integrated into oneself. So very, very interesting. And such statements and such wisdom drives curiosity. When it drives curiosity, it immediately ignites awareness, which means whenever we listen to such wisdoms without any effort, we immediately transcend our awareness to experience these things. Just like in the dreams, when something is said, maybe we are not understanding, however, we integrate the wisdom. It's the same way whenever we join such sessions, we listen to such wisdoms, although it doesn't make sense to certain way of looking at our understanding because of belief systems, for example, but still that is going to transform in many ways our own realities.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shardaji. Beautiful wisdom, as Ramji mentioned. It is enhancing me to note down every single dream. Even sometimes our physical mind will not able to connect and will ignore. But from today's your wisdom sharing is giving a light to note down everything, even though we cannot. Even though I heard so many times, but it still I wasn't convinced. But with your wisdom today, it's really gave a lot of insights why we need to note down. There's so much of purpose, and you also took us to unlimitedness, not just the physical realm. We have so many realms, and we need to understand, and need to think about after death. So all those things has added so much into my life. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Swarmaji. And all thanks to SETH Master. Yes, Indraji.
Oh, thank you, Sarada. I'm more. Excuse me for saying this. I don't know. Maybe it's my confusion. The physical forms of different gods given in different religions, they survive always, all the time. So, are you saying that these physical forms are creations of our souls? And when we vacate the body, we take it along with us and we bring them along down again when we reincarnate. How do you explain the survival of the different physical forms of different gods in different religions?
So first of all, these gods, the great masters, of course, they are they are very great, and they no emerged from the greater consciousness, the prime creator. Yes, Indraji, that prime creator is formless, and it is just an energy, and they got incarnated, they got emerged from these gods, emerged from the greater consciousness. And we are talking about the forms, the physical forms of the gods. Yes, and when I when I asked the same question since how these physical forms emerged. So how these physical forms, so who said the God is in this form, this God is in this form? Say, for example, like Krishna. So every time Krishna means, we all remember having a peacock feather and a flute in his hand, and the skin tone is like this. So who described that Krishna is in this form? So then I was told by masters that rishis, the ancient sages, the saints, in their meditation, they meditated. So they connected to that consciousness, and they try to describe, okay, this is in the form. So Lord Shiva is in the form. In some places, when we go to some other places in India, the north side, they worship in the idol form, the real, like it's not like in the linga form. They worship in the different form, like having a normal person. So here you say, so these forms, these rishis, the great sages, they described connecting with the consciousness, and they made some form to understand, because at that time people can't understand. So if you say to the people who are not having that enough knowledge to understand, if we go to them and say, you have to worship the formless, something formless, you have to believe that there is something formless, and people, they can't understand it. In order to uh, introduce spirituality into them, spirituality into the truth, into the connect with the consciousness of the God, these sages and these saints, they have described that. So Shiva means is his form, Ma Durga or some other deities, so they have in this form, these are the form. And when the person knows, when they connect to that physical identity, slowly in their journey, they will connect it to the higher, to the consciousness, but not to the physical form. And yes, different religions, these religions has been created by these masters, the great masters. And here in the SETH book, in this chapter itself, it was that religion is to reunite. Religion means reunite. You reunite with what? Reunite with our own self. So the worship, to some extent, it will guide us to connect with the consciousness, but we have to take the next lead step, okay, to know our true self. So like, until we worship that God is separate from us, we can't connect with our true reality, we can't connect with the divine within us. We only see the divinity in that idol, right, Indraji?
Okay.
I'm able to share?
To some extent, Saradaji, to be really honest, because I don't worship any god in any physical form, but I do firmly believe that there is this super consciousness that is the creation of everything. Everything.
That's true. There is a super consciousness,
Yes.
and that super consciousness is formless.
Yeah. So, and so say for instance, the say the religion, the Hinduism or whatever you call it, that believes in Lord Shiva and different forms of the Hindu gods, that belong to one group of people. And then the Christians or Catholics, they don't believe in any physical form except for one, the Son of God, who is Jesus Christ. And if you take the Muslims, they don't believe in any physical forms. They only believe in the Messiah or the messenger from God, Allah. And if you see the, I'm getting very forgetful now. If you see the South Americans, they have their own strand of religion. They believe, I don't know if they do believe, they don't believe in any physical forms, but they believe in light, fire. These are
5 elements. Yeah,
that's right. They believe in the 5 elements. So I mean, so these are all creating divisions among you.
Yeah.
This is a practical reality. This is a practical reality. We cannot refuse that. One do not respect the other's beliefs sometimes, and then they go and fight over them. Now, because I don't believe in any one of them, but I do believe in their complete right to believe in whatever they believe in, because I believe that's how the superconsciousness has created us.
Mm.
See, so my concern is also that although these physical forms of gods are really helpful to mankind, people understand things better through the different forms of gods, but they're also creating, in a way, whether we like it or not, some divisions among mankind. That worries me, concerns me.
Mm. So they have to understand here, Indraji, there are different levels of souls, isn't it?
Yes.
Infant soul, and then coming to the intermediate soul. So when these are like this, it's a soul journey. So they slowly they will understand, right? So see, like different religions. In my past incarnation, I was a Muslim king. Okay, so I then I believed in that. But see, slowly when we connect with our, so it took me like few lifetimes to connect to the true reality. I was in Western countries as well in the past life. I was the head of one church. See, so in different lifetimes, we take different religions, birth in different religions to understand, to take the wisdom, to like different experiences. And here in the book, The Voice of Babaji, Babaji says there's different, so born in different religions is to understand the soul, is to understand the soul takes all the experience and it connects to the true reality. So sometimes, so when the time, in the right time, they can understand.
Okay.
Thank you, Indraji. Again, it's all the belief system, right? So slowly we will understand. So slowly they will also understand. Yes, Indraji?
I'm really grateful to you. Thank you.
Thank you. So Rashmi-ji says, I read somewhere that even Prophet Muhammad worshipped form later, shifted to formless. Oh, thank you, Rashmi-ji. So friends, thank you then. Thanks for today's session. So let's all end here and have a great time. Thank you all.